So Akon's divorce has gone viral recently. Apparently he was married to his wife for like 29 years. They were doing some investigating because of course you go through a divorce, they gotta split finances up, they gotta, it's a long process. Apparently they looked into this man's account and he only had like 10 grand.
I just want to give some credit to Akon. His wife of 29 years filed for divorce and she demanded $100 million. 29 years of marriage, $100 million. And guess what? Akon is smart. Akon is always preaching about, all the benefits of Africa, all the wealthiness of Africa and how we need to go to Africa to build our own businesses. He's always doing all this entrepreneurial great shit, especially with Africa. I love that about Akon. Akon is a very smart man, amazing artist, and he's always preaching that how can black folks get their money and become bosses. And I love that. And that's why Akon is a boss, because his wife, ex-wife now, trying to get this $100 million, finds out that there's only $10,000 that she can get, only about $10,000, because Kanye put his shit in his mother's name, so she doesn't get a fucking thing. That's a win for us. Good job, Akon. I'm gonna sing a little song. My shit is locked up, it won't come out. Locked up, it won't come out. Locked up, it won't come out. You can't get my money, bitch. Hey, my shit is locked up, it won't come out. Locked up, it won't come out.
I'm not gonna lie, Akon, he ate with this move. He protected himself. It is what it is. They're gonna have to battle out in court. But 30 years is not a joke. He's gonna have to come up off much more than that 10K, that lousy 10K that's in that account, because 30 years is not a joke. And before you guys say, oh, she took 30 years from him too. No, he had other wives, he had other concubines, he had other side quests. This is not a joke.
Allegedly.
But anyway, and plus she got kids for him, so he's just gonna have to do way much more than what he's putting down. Anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is because I need women to understand that men, one thing about them, they're always gonna operate with that head. They're always gonna operate with that head, not their hearts, not their emotions, none of that. You could be the best thing to them. Do your best for them. But one thing, they're gonna put things in motion to protect themselves. And that's how women need to start operating. Use Mary J. Blige for an example. That lady she should be retired on an island, enjoying the millions that she made in her career. But no, all in the name of spousal supports from a man that cheated on her and stole from her. She was still entitled to, she still had to pay him child support. And she's still working and she's clearly not happy doing it, but she's doing what she has to do to make ends meet, and it's just not fair. But anyway, I need women, especially women with money, you need to start thinking with your head and learning how to protect yourself. I know we be in love, the emotions be flowing, we be thinking that they have our best interest in heart, and at that moment they were thinking that, oh, they're not gonna hurt us, we're gonna be cool, we're gonna be fine. But a man is a man. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So again, protect yourself, protect your assets. I'm talking to the women with actual assets. Protect yourself and stop being soft. Use your head. Talk to lawyers. Get your affairs in order so that you're not going to end up like Mary J. Blige. You see, Akon, it was a smart move.
Everyone in the comments gonna be like, yeah, Akon did his thing. Akon's that guy. I think protecting yourself is obviously very smart. But if you've been with a woman for 30 years, surely you want to break her up a little something. Even if the divorce was messy. 30 years. 30 years? I feel like Akon is moving a bit deviant. I feel like you should be able to sit, remove emotion, sit down and go, look, we spent a long time together. You're not going to get half my stuff. That's not happening, okay? But look, hold this and let's just keep it cordial. 10K in his account, he's moving like he don't want to give her nothing.
That picture going around of Cynthia Erivo with like her whole body protecting Ariana Grande, alongside her being the cover of the GQ Men of the Year, that shivers down my spine. Like, I am disgusted. The masculinization of black women, like, it disgusts me in a way that words cannot express. Those two situations, and the fact I know fans are gonna be like, oh my god, Cynthia, she's just a protector, she's a better bodyguard than the body. Oh! Now, to say that Cynthia's existence in itself is bad representation is obviously very weird, and that's not true at all. She's who she is, and she's a very beautiful woman. I just don't need fans or people to drag this whole she's a protector. She's so strong. She's like Ariana Grande, strong bodyguard protect.
GQ Man of the Year.
Cynthia Erivo has been named British GQ's Man of the Year. And can I just say thank fucking God, because finally something makes sense. She's a bona fide legend of the stages, permanently etched in the history of cinema for her portrayal of Elphaba, giving us the performance of most people's lifetimes twice. In addition to all this, she's the fashion world's greatest style chameleon, able to give us My Fair Lady in Mulberry, androgynous street style in Nueve, all the way back to high fashion steampunk in this very spread. Give her Person of the Year plus an Oscar to... I've said it before and I'll say it again, friends. In this economy, the only real man is a queer woman.
Oh, God. You know, I don't know, man. Listen, this is something that I've conversated about, something that I've thought about, and something that I've come to accept at this point. Liberals are very creative. They dominate all the creative spaces, right? Fashion, the music industry, the movie industry. The most creative people are liberal. That's just a fact. Liberals can be really annoying though. They can be really annoying, and they can do and say things that it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But I've come to just accept that that's the reality. You know, this woman being Man of the Year, you know, it's 2025. That's how I put it. It's 2025. You know, it is what it is. Man of the Year. Oh, boy.
A lot of men walk around completely clueless as to how unattractive they really are. And I feel like this theory is proven by the amount of horrible profile pictures and dating site pictures that men just throw up on their profile pages and think that that's enough to attract somebody. Like, they just be on here talking crazy. You know, you can't be fat. I gotta be short. Gotta be thick. Gotta be this. Can't have this. Can't have this. And whole time you got a Michelin. You got a jumbo truck tire around your midsection, and you talking shit. You got so much acne on your face, sir. You look like you have not washed your face in 2 years, and really feel like men do not realize how unattractive they are. To be fair, where they live at, to the people that they are used to dealing with on a day-to-day basis, they may be attractive. They may be attracted to someone. I don't think they really realize that you're not attractive. So it's crazy when I see these same men online bashing and talking about women as if they are something to look at. Like, have you seen, like, do you genuinely think that you are attractive? Do you genuinely think that you look good? Compared to all of these people out, you think that if you lined up 10 men and put them all in front of me, that you would be the one that I would pick? You would be my top choice? You think you would even be in my top 5? That's why I am a fan of shaming men. I don't go out of my way, you know. But if you come around here with that nonsense, I'm going to that page and I'm pulling out every flaw. I'm putting it right in your face. I really feel like we need to but I'm trying to figure out who would be. They're not going to listen to a gay man because gay. They might listen to a heterosexual man. We need to find somebody to have this conversation with the men, because somebody needs to let them know that y'all are not as attractive as y'all think y'all are to be walking around here talking the shit that y'all be talking. You talking crazy in the comments, and I'm looking at your picture and your eyeballs is yellow. You got jaundice, baby. You need to go to the hospital. What's the issue?
Videos like this are proof that men and women just live in a different reality. Here's the thing. Are there delusional men out there? Of course, right? Can you criticize someone's looks if you yourself are unattractive? Yes, as long as you acknowledge that you are unattractive. This video being about how men don't know how unattractive they are, yet all of these women believe that they are literally perfect. You ask them, they'll tell you they're 10s out of 10s. It's absolutely diabolical. It's absolutely diabolical. Now, again, these men in particular who are criticizing these women who, you know, don't look good themselves, maybe they are a little bit delusional. Maybe they might give themselves a 7 when in reality they're a 4. Okay, that's almost double. That's delusional. Okay, but you guys think you're 10s.
Y'all, at this point, I'm looking for a provider. So this is my application video. Hello, my name is Stephanie. I cook, I clean, I fuck, I suck, and I shut the fuck up as long as you paying those fucking bills. Amen. Amen.
So I came across her, and she says, going on a date with someone I don't like because I'm hungry and unemployed. What did I tell you, gentlemen? These women be broke and hungry out here. We have a lot of plate pirates in the world, and I'm going to tell you something. Now we got to cut out dinner dates, gentlemen. It's come to that point. Now we got to cut out any dates where they're going to get anything other than a conversation and our time. Cut out anything that they would get on dates. No coffee dates. They might try to get a snack from Starbucks. No dinner dates because clearly they're unemployed and hungry. And when you go to the video and look at the comments, and I put the link in the description, you can see that a lot of women do this. Now, we've always known that this was a thing, right? But now people are so bold, they will come out and they will admit this openly. You know why? They don't think that men are in these spaces. They really post this stuff not believing that men are going to look at this. Not only are we going to look at this, let's go ahead and reduce the dates to basically walks in the park, walks on the beach, walks at a lake, or we can get together somewhere in the park and sit down and talk. No food. Don't feed them. Don't do anything for them until you find out that they actually like you for you and they're not just hungry.
So I'm looking at these comments now, and this is actually scary. This is actually scary. I'm looking at the DP of a lot of these women, and again, they all look the same. They're all like the baddies. I feel like it's just so easily avoidable. I did this and hated it. His fingernails were so dirty. Someone says, ask for some money too. Then you have to sit and act interested. Deep down inside, everything is irritated. Yo! It's not funny. It's not funny because we've all been broke. Well, not all of us, but you get the point. We've all been down bad at some point. But having to do this, it's a cold world out there, man. But again, I do think a lot of these women look the same. I'm looking in the comments and they all look the same. I feel like if these are the types of women you like, this is the type of BS that can come from that.
Having a man in jail is not for the weak. I'm sitting here on the phone thinking, oh yeah, he's talking to me. Oh, he wants to speak to me. Yeah. No! He's out on the phone going, yo! Yo, babes, boo-boo. Just waiting for my pack right now, bro. Man, need to buy smokes. Oh, babe, what did you eat today? Oh, man's had some mackerel, some rice, little bit of sweet potato, little something. Oh, is it? Yeah, but it's made in the kettle though, so it can't taste. What did you eat for breakfast? Oh, man made some porridge. The porridge tastes like shit though. Okay. Yo! Hold on, babe. There's a gov to my door. I'ma call you back. Calls me back. Yo, boo-boo. I beg you play some Lil Durk on the other phone. Put it to the speaker so I can hear it. Plays Lil Durk. 40 minutes wasted, by the way, on some flipping music. Then on top of that, don't watch my hair. Need to do it. I'll be going through it. Then on top of that, it don't stop. Next thing is, what are you wearing? What are you wearing on next visit? Yeah. Where's my free prints, bro? Man's been looking at the same 100 free prints from like 2 months ago. Where's my free prints? They're on my wall, but I'm looking at the same ones. No one told you go to jail. If you didn't go to jail, you would never see pictures.
No matter what you're doing in life, No matter how bad it may seem sometimes, things may be, you know, off, maybe struggling in certain areas. I want you guys to remember that this is someone's reality. Like, this isn't a joke. It's not a joke for them. For us, it's funny. For us, it's amusing. For us, it's odd. But this is actually their real lives. There are women, I'm sure there are men too, actually, who are in relationships with prisoners. Yes, who are currently in jail. Yes. She detailed the conversation and she is still going to be doing this. She didn't say nothing about breaking up, leaving him. She loves this for whatever reason. This is not an ugly woman by any stretch of the imagination. Shit tons of guys in the real world that she could get with. She clearly wants a certain type of guy. Okay? Wouldn't be surprised if he got a couple chains, got a couple BMs. That's her type.
You had a baby for that man. You carried his child for months. Your body changed. It'll never look the way it used to look. A lot of y'all had to go get surgery just to get your body to somewhat look like it used to look. And you draw your line at paying for some dates. You draw your line at washing clothes. You draw the line at fixing dinner. Stuff that you do anyway. You said you ain't no maid, so what are you, a surrogate? Because you out here carrying babies for people. And you carrying babies for people who don't even want them. At least a surrogate get paid to carry a baby for somebody who actually do want it. One woman got a ring and what you get, some stretch marks? Y'all are never gonna make it make sense that you carried a baby for a man, yet you have the issues with doing bare minimum things for men that a person who just likes somebody would do anyway. I hate to pop y'all bubble, but in every marriage, the woman's not the one cooking. The woman's not the one doing the main work in the house. I know that's hard for you to believe because you ain't never seen a marriage before because your mama wasn't married, nor your grandma and the rest of the people in your family. And the people that you have seen as married shouldn't be married. So you ain't never really seen a healthy dynamic of a marriage. But majority of the time, these people are sharing responsibilities. You wouldn't know nothing about sharing responsibilities because your baby daddy don't do anything, right? So you take on full responsibility. But somehow you can fix your mouth and think you're in a better position than a woman who get married, a woman who got a ring, when the man who put a baby in you didn't even think that you was good enough for one. It's only a piece of paper, but you still wasn't good enough for a piece of paper. Remember that. That's the part you got to remember. If it's so simple, it's so stupid, it don't mean nothing, then why wouldn't he do it for you? As pressed as y'all be for a man to acknowledge you as his girlfriend, you ain't gonna convince me that you never wanted to be the wife. I understand that a lot of this is a coping mechanism for a lot of y'all to feel better about the choices that you made. Marriage is not a 100% guarantee. It may not end up working out. You know what also may not end up working out? You having a baby by somebody and then thinking that they're gonna stick around and take care of it. But you didn't have no problem taking that risk. And for that reason is why we don't believe you that you wanted a baby but no ring. Because if you truly care so much about risk, you wouldn't have even had a baby at all. Because if you were so scared of a man walking out, you wouldn't have risked your body and carrying a child for somebody who could walk out on you, who actually ended up walking out on you. Right? So if it was all about risk and it was all about a marriage not working out, why would you have a baby for somebody who could leave and that not work out either?
Firstly, having a baby for a man and getting married is the same level of risks for women. Because in reality, there is no real risk for women in marriage outside of having his children. Right? That's where the risk comes in. You're risking your body. You're risking your future, having his kids. So the decision to have a man's baby without getting married, that can't have anything to do with risk because actually that marriage is a security. It actually negates some of the risks because you know you're going to give this man a baby and legally you are tied together if anything happens. When it comes to the conversation about labor in a relationship, it doesn't make any sense. You know, a lot of these women are completely against, you know, like you said, cooking and cleaning, doing all this stuff, having kids. There are videos from back in the days, like in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, where these black women, I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. These black women are sitting down and they're all single moms and they ask, would you want to marry your baby dad? And all of them are like, oh, no. And it's like, So you have a baby with a man, but you don't want nothing to do, you don't want to marry, you don't want nothing to do with it. That is ridiculous. You have a baby with a man, but for the next man, cooking and cleaning, that's too much. But you've given a man a whole child. But washing some dishes, that's just crazy. That you can't fathom that. The mentality is all messed up.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone.